$6.50. That's a good go on the second line of betting. El Morzillo late has been a little bit easy, out to $6.50, and some support back into $7.50 for the 11. Certain Rise. Down the page, Daggers also seen some money into $8. But Reserve Bank, clear top pick right through the week. There's smart money on and is a $3.80 favourite here in race 9. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
So horses still heading towards the start. This is a great race, big field, but a good push for Reserve Bank. And, well, he's drawn a position, Ben, where he can stalk the speed and look to sort of loom in the concluding stages.
I think that's the case. Like, you've got speed in inside gates and outside. So Princess Q Gate 1, Satin Stiletto in a middle draw and Certain Rise in a middle draw look 3 of the inside division, so to speak, of speed influences. But out wide, you've got Midnight Dynamite, Scintilla, even Winning Proposal, who will probably be closer to the pace out wider. And I wouldn't even be surprised to see Certain Rise come across from a middle draw and look to get towards the outside. So there does look good pace on paper. And Reserve Bank looks from an outside gate as he can maybe just park in behind of either Winning Proposal or Scintilla and get some cover in behind a couple of horses that have enough talent to take him into the race. So he's jumped out really well, and doesn't the jump out look better in hindsight when he was a fair way off Pivot City and just allowed it under his own steam to hit the line, to suggest that he's come back as well, if not better, than what he went out last preparation. And wouldn't be surprised if he appreciates firm ground for the first time, this horse, given his turn of foot. And
a stable that can get their horses firing early in the preparation. Les Bridge, we don't see him as much these days in Melbourne like it had done in the past with spring carnivals. You know, your mind gazes back to his good mare. Hot Danish. That was terrific down the straight in those similar red and green colours. So it's been well backed, $7.50 into $5. A really good push.
Yeah, and look, he's not here just for the weather, although it is beautiful. He means business, and he doesn't do it all that often. So suspect that it'll be running a forward race, and it's probably going to be in that outside division with Winning Proposal, Midnight Dynamite, Daggers and Reserve Bank. I think there's a good spot to be drawn out around some of the key chances. It does look where maybe the race is going to get going at the right time. And, yeah, as you said, really well back, 7 into 5 on the VOP, but much better was bet earlier in the week. Big field, it's going to be the charge of the Light Brigade. They're starting to load up for the $1 million Inglis Sprint. Well-supported favourites going to be Reserve Bank for co-trainers Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. Let's head up to Matt Hill for his call.
It's for the first eligible horse past the post who is fully paid up for the series with a registered list of a minimum of 75% female ownership. There are 4 horses in this race that are also going for that $200,000 bonus. Now, Immortal Star, who is a part of the pink bonus, goes into the gates. Midnight Dynamite getting a last-minute towel down from Ben Mellum. Daggers with the white distinguishing cap, Ethan Brown. Ethan's going to hop off, and they're going to get Daggers in rideless. Just a little bit obstinate. Scintilla waits its turn with Winning Proposal and also Satin Stiletto. So they continue to load away. There's Satin Stiletto going in. Hedonist, Midnight Delight towards the outside. Certain Rise staying away from the other runners is $8 into 7 on VOP. It's been a good race, won by some nice horses, this one. Estriella winning the race last year. Now Midnight Dynamite comes forwards. So they're getting close down there. Ruta Royale, the jockey, just momentarily out of the saddle as Hedonist Mark Zara comes forwards. And it looks as though My Zephyr is in the hands of the clerk of the course. The 200-to-1 shot. Scintilla waits at the back of the chute. So slowly but surely they load away with this thumping field. So Winning Proposal is called up next with Joe McNeil drawn towards the outside. Certain Rise, who's second up here. Chased a smart one last time. Blake Shin aboard, goes to a middle alley. Certain Rise in the traineeship of Mike Maroney and Glenn Thompson. Certain Rise. Winning Proposal encouraged forwards. My Zephyr comes up too. So we're getting pretty close here. The big charge for a big prize, the $1 million Inglis Sprinters. Reserve Bank is going to be the final one to the outside. Field is locked away. 1200. They're set to gallop. Stand well. And they're racing. El Morzillo away fairly. In the middle, jumping away pretty well, was Lavender Glory, with also Satin Stiletto. Certain Rise isn't too far away. And it looks as though they're initially splitting here. A group over on the far side, headed off by Odin Sun, Satin Stiletto, Princess Q, and Immortal Stars in that group. And also behind those horses, settling down, Hot Diggity Boom. Then the main pack up the outside, headed by Certain Rise, leading from Scintilla. And they were followed by Midnight Dynamite, Beer Baron, Lavender Glory, Winning Proposal, Reserve Bank Deeper, and they were followed by Daggers, My Zephyr. And then came Hedonist, El Morzillo's well back with Ruta Royale, as they now blend in together across the track as they reach the 450, where it's Odin Sun and Princess Q over on the far side. Certain Rise yet to push the button, with also Scintilla the outer, followed by Satin Stiletto, and over on the far side, Hot Diggity Boom, and then Reserve Bank, who's still coming on the outside. Plenty of chances in the sprint of the 150. Scintilla goes up with Hot Diggity Boom, and El Morzillo is finishing very fast, and also Daggers between them. El Morzillo over the top has won it. El Morzillo has won it by about a half length on the line from Daggers, and then a photo. Hot Diggity Boom, Scintilla and Certain Rise all there, followed by My Zephyr, followed by Princess Q, Satin Stiletto and Odin Sun. Next to finish in the race, Immortal Star, Beer Baron. Then came Lavender Glory, well back Ruta Royale. Reserve Bank beat a few more home. Midnight Delight, Dynamite rather, followed by Hedonist, and at the end, Winning Proposal.
Couple of wily interstate trainers we spoke about pre-race in Les Bridge and Kelly Schweida, who'd come to town chasing the big payday attached to the Inglis Sprint. And the bulk of the money is heading north to Queensland. El Morzillo, piloted by Craig Williams. She grabs the second victory of her career so far, had been racing in a reasonable grade throughout some of their carnival races, of course, as a 2-year-old went via Cyrus Produce, and fourth in a JJ Atkins, no less, behind Broadsiding and Bazusto. She had just the 2 spring runs in Sydney in the Furious and the T-Rose through the Philly Series. She wasn't beaten all that far behind Manal and Autumn Glow in those races. A nice effort in the first running of the Sunlight at the Sunshine Coast behind Private Harry. And then the best part of 7 weeks between runs, and it's produced a winning performance to see of Daggers, and then you can throw a blanket over several runners. One of them, Hot Diggity Boom, who has run a big race at a price and looks to be, in fact, is now confirmed, having grabbed 3rd place, will be the first across the line to collect the Inglis Pink bonus of $200,000. So it'll be all smiles in the Price Kent camp with that result. All smiles for Craig Williams, who pilots El Morzillo, the Star Witness filly, to victory in the Inglis Sprint. Willows with Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm just having a nice chat with Willow, and good to see a big smile on your face, Willow, getting that win.
Look, it's a tough day of racing. It's an Inglis $1 million race. Credit to Kelly Schweida, a Queensland trader. He's a great horseman, and he's got a really nice product here. I've ridden her a few times, ridden her in Sydney, in Queensland. She's a horse that's still ironing out her mannerisms, and but she's got really good ability.
Yeah, there's not a lot of her. I'm looking down at you here, which I don't often do, but she's got a mighty big heart, hasn't she?
Yeah, and she's quite sassy too. She mightn't look big in stature, but she's got a lot of attitude. And even when she got led down to keep her quiet with the pony, she was actually, like now, just leaning straight into the pony. Doesn't matter how big they are. She's got that great attitude of determination and brute ability, but she hasn't looked at herself in the mirror, obviously.
They don't need to when they run like that. She doesn't know what she is, but she's certainly a very talented girl. And to be able to travel front up like that and put that result on the board, that's just great, isn't it?
It is. She's nearly all but being, black type winner. I think she's got that. She always had that ability in the making, but she's still a work in progress. She does so much wrong, but credit to Kelly, her trainer, and being able to bring her up first up, 1,200 metres down the straight, travelling her, and I guess these Inglis, these breeders, big money races brings out horses. Today we saw horses from, I think, 3 different states or 4 different states. So it just shows you put the right money on, have the right horses. And today's a beautiful day here at headquarters. We've got great crowds and great horse racing.
Couldn't have said it better myself, and you're off to Hong Kong later, so I hope you go well over there too.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. Got one more today for Greg Urell, and hope we can leave on a winning note, and then representing Australia tomorrow in Hong Kong.
Well done.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Been a while since we've had the pleasure of Kelly Schweida's company here at Flemington. It's been well worth the wait after the Inglis Sprint goes the way of the filly El Morzillo. Kelly, well done. Quite the thrill. Doesn't matter if there's no black type attached when there's 7 figures, I'm sure.
Yeah, $1 million races, I don't mind them. But, yeah, look, really pleased for the owners. Been a long-time friend of Craig's and you know, we've sort of had this race in target for a long time out. We thought the 1200 straight would suit her because she's a back marker and always seems to run into a bit of trouble. And looks really pleased. Like, thank all the Moody staff where we stay and my Strapper Donna and all the team at home. Everyone's done a great job. And Inglis, mate of mine, Brett Gilding, he helped me pick this little filly out. So they've really looked after us, Inglis. And no, it's really well done.
50,000 at a classic sale a couple of years ago. What stood out about her at the time?
Well, to be fair, my owner, main owner, Glenn Betts, he picked out all the breeding. I flew home early and Brett Gilding works for England. He used to work for me and I said, Brett, go and have a look at this little filly. And he said, she's small, she's neat, but looks like a runner.
How beneficial was it having had a previous association between her and Craig through the Queensland Winter Carnival last year?
Yeah, look, he's rode her a fair bit, so he knows all her quirks. It's really important because she's very quirky. So I know Craig will be thrilled to win this race as much as I am.
Her first run since the Sunlight in early January. What do you want to try and look at with her? Because she's been here, she's been to Sydney, and obviously the Winter Carnival will be just around the corner too. Yeah,
you would think something like a Tatch Tiara or some of those races. We'll look after her. We really targeted this race, so a lot of the other races have been a little bit of catch-up, nice races, but we'll probably take her home slowly and give her a little ease up and probably get her ready for Carnival, maybe the Tatch Tiara or even some of them other races.
Kelly, you've hit the target. Well done.
Thank you.